Folks, welcome to another edition of my video blog. Today we're going to talk about the possible consequences that may arise for a conviction of the civil offense, possession of marijuana, or a conviction on the civil offense, possession of drug paraphernalia. Now let's talk about what is a civil offense. If you are in possession of less than 1.5 ounces of marijuana in the state of Maine, that is a civil offense. Now other states would treat any amount of marijuana as a crime. But again, in Maine, it is not a criminal offense, it is a civil offense if you are in possession of less than 1.5 ounces of marijuana. It is also a civil offense to be in possession of drug paraphernalia. And that sounds like a very serious charge. It is a drug-related offense, but it is a civil offense. Drug paraphernalia includes roaches, rolling papers, roach clips, pipes, bongs, pretty much anything you can think of, with the exception of hypodermic apparatuses that are associated with intravenous drug usage. So possession of drug paraphernalia includes the things we've discussed as well as some other items, and that is a civil offense. Now, what are the possible consequences of a civil offense? And most people will say, well, it's a civil offense. It's akin to a traffic ticket. Why is this a big deal? Well, it's a very big deal. For many people, it can affect your ability to ever get college student loans. And that's very important because when you fill out a FAFSA, which is the Federal Student Aid Application, when you fill that out, one of the final questions there are concerning, have you ever been charged with a drug offense? This is a drug-related offense. This could cost you your ability to secure student loans in the future. So you should be very careful about ever agreeing to plead guilty, or excuse me, not plead guilty, but admitting to the offense of possession of marijuana or possession of drug paraphernalia, because even though they are a civil offense, the ramifications and impact can be far-reaching, much further beyond what you may foresee as being potential consequences. Now, other things that could affect. You would have that on your record. In Maine, you cannot get a criminal record expunged. You can't get your criminal record sealed. Therefore, you would have a criminal record, and even though it's not a crime, it would show up on your criminal history as a civil offense. Potentially, employers in the future may see that, and they may think that you have a drug problem, and that may prevent you from getting the job that you really are shooting for, potentially right out of college or right out of high school. Many people decide to go into the professions, go on to get a professional degree, whether it's a master's degree or a PhD, and then they apply for that professional position that they've worked so hard for, only to find out that when their employer looks at their record and sees that they have a drug-related offense on their record, that may cost them that future employment. So again, there are a lot of consequences, and these are just two that we're talking about now, that could potentially impact you in the future. So if you're in the state of Maine and you've been charged with a civil possession of marijuana, or you have been charged with a civil possession of drug paraphernalia, do not go into court and just admit to the offense and pay the fine because that's what's easy. That will be, for many of you, a very big and irreversible mistake. Instead, pick up the phone, call my office, let's talk about the case, make a very informed, educated decision on how you want to proceed. I look forward to speaking with you soon. Thank you.